Hi guys. So a little while back, I asked all of you over on Instagram to let me know of some popular fantasy books that you personally feel maybe are a little overrated or a little overhyped. I do this periodically just because I want to give all of you the opportunity to express maybe some opinions, have conversations about some things that are a little more unpopular or perhaps may bring on the wrath of the internet and hardcore fans. And by doing it this way, you guys get to maintain some anonymity while also getting to express your feelings about something you otherwise maybe wouldn't get to express. So I have no intention of actually labeling any of the books mentioned as overhyped. The point is not to say that these authors, who are more than likely really nice people who are dedicating their lives to entertaining us, my goal isn't to try to put these people down and all of us can come together and be like, yeah, that book sucks. It's just because we've all experienced that feeling of reading a book, finishing a book, and then thinking, this is the book everybody's freaking out about? We've all experienced that to some degree. So the point of this video is for all of you to feel maybe a little less alone. Maybe you'll finally find somebody else who feels similarly to you about a loved book. If you want me to make a part 2 to this, I will. I'm going to put up a poll up here, and if it gets over 75% of you voting yes to a part 2, then I'll make a part 2. It's just, I got so many responses. You guys really want to spill the tea here because I got so many people letting me know books that they think are overhyped, so I just can't get through all of them. If you want to see a part 2, let me know, but let's jump into it. First up, this is going to ruffle quite a few feathers, but there are a lot of people saying Name of the Wind. I'm going to read one that I found personally kind of funny. It says, "The Name of the Wind. It's boring wish fulfillment and meandering. Both is so annoying. Nothing happens." I actually feel similarly. I do think it's beautifully written, but I don't love Name of the Wind. I'm always really apologetic about that. I'm sorry, because I know a lot of people love it, but I don't love it. This next one, I haven't read this book, but this one's so funny. It's for the book Circe. It says, "I really felt that all she did was walk around her island of exile and feed her pigs." The next one says, "George R. R. Martin is good, but not great. Not on the same level as Sanderson at all." And you guys know I love Sanderson, but I haven't actually read any of the Game of Thrones books. I'm kind of waiting and will be waiting for a long time for all of them to be out, so I can't really comment on whether I agree or not, but you guys can let me know if you agree with that. The next one says, "Wheel of Time. It's too much plot and not enough reason to care." Ooh, that's gonna hurt some people. I don't know that I disagree though. I personally think that there's a lot in Wheel of Time. I've only read the first 4, but I just, it doesn't feel like I read 4 books because there's so much detail about stuff that I personally didn't really care about sometimes, a lot of the times. I'm sorry guys, let's move on. You guys have a lot of similar feelings to me. This person says, "The 5th season, I hate intentional obscurity. Give me all the info dumps, had no idea what the F was happening." I didn't finish that book, so I really don't feel like I can say much, but it starts with second person point of view. I'm not a fan of second person point of view, so I'm with you, person who said this. The next one says, "The Priory of the Orange Tree. It's a book about dragons, nearly 1,000 pages. It was excruciatingly boring." My friend from Bedtime Bookworm, Jade, she really enjoyed that book, but I've been hearing mixed things about it. I personally haven't read it yet, so I definitely want to hear more of your guys' thoughts about that one. This next one, oh my gosh. It says, "Harry Potter deserves praise, but not this much praise. It's been 20 years. Read another book." I can just hear my husband saying that same thing whenever he sees... This is not meant to me, like, I'm not trying to say that my husband is vibing everybody, but a little bit, because anytime he sees anybody say that a middle grade series is his favorite book, my husband's always like, really? This next one says, "The Dark Tower series. I know it's a mix of genres, but that series annoys the heck out of me." The next one says, "Throne of Glass, or anything by Mass. She needs to make up her mind. Is it fantasy or erotica? Shaking my head." That's actually really funny to me. I don't mind if an author wants to write more romantic type stuff in their stories, or if they want to be maybe a little more explicit, but it's the whole marketing toward YA. Throne of Glass, I don't remember. I only read the first 3. I don't remember it being that descriptive, but I know the second one, A Court of Mist and Fury, is super, super descriptive with its sexual content. And it's so weird to me that it's marketed as YA. And I think it's published by Bloomsbury Children, so it gets put on children's bestsellers and stuff. But that's so awkward to me. This next one says, I very much detest the First Law trilogy. It's badly written, and its depiction of LGBTQ is offensive. I've only read the first book in that trilogy, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I don't know. We'll see if I change my mind later, but that one's a little painful. Okay, this next one says, there's a few people that said Lies of Locke Lamora, but this one's really funny. It says, the Lies of Locke Lamora, the flashbacks were like nails on a chalkboard. You are all very considerate of my feelings, because this one says, I know this will hurt you, but Hero of Ages, I only enjoyed the last 25% of it. This one says, Children of Blood and Bone, tropes, unlikable protagonists, and instalove. This person says, Red Queen, is it futuristic? Is it medieval? No, it's both. For the love of my sanity, pick one. I'll do a couple more. This one, I actually had quite a few people say Darker Shade of Magic series by VE Schwab. This one says, it was all so meh, despite an interesting concept. I do think VE Schwab has really interesting concepts in a lot of her books, but I think for a lot of people, the concept is so interesting, and her books are so loved by a lot of people that praise them online, that then when people pick them up, they expect them to be mind-blowing, and then if they're not mind-blowing, it kind of makes them feel let down a little bit. I enjoyed them, though. This last one says, I was told that you didn't have to read the Grisha trilogy before Six of Crows. People were wrong. I DNF'd. I actually agree. I'm surprised that people say that you don't have to read Grisha trilogy first. You don't absolutely have to, I guess. But I don't think Leigh Bardugo really elaborates or explains the magic much in Six of Crows. It's more of, well, you guys know what this is. You saw it in Grisha, so, here it is. That's what it feels like to me personally. And if you haven't read Grisha, I would think you'd be kind of lost. Anyway, that is it for some popular fantasy books that you all personally feel maybe are a little overhyped or a little overrated. Let me know in the comment section down below what books you feel maybe this way about. Let me know if you agree or heavily disagree with any of these people's opinions. And then, like I said, if you want me to do a part 2 to this, let me know that with the poll up above. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.